Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another video. So, Doctor Who Series 12.
The name's Doctor. The Doctor.
One of the most controversial series of Doctor Who of all time.
You are the timeless child.
Well, I mean, it's done now, isn't it? I've made like 400 videos on the topic, not to say I won't make some more in the future, but yeah, Series 12's kind of gone and done. So today, I'm going to be talking about the future, and I'm going to be telling you what I want to see from Doctor Who Series 13. So, first big thing that I really want to see from Doctor Who Series 13 has got to be more of the Ruth Doctor.
Hello, I'm the Doctor.
More Ruth Doctor content, that whole division arc. Like, I'm going to class that as a slightly different thing to the Timeless Children for the sake of the video. I want to know, who is the Ruth Doctor? Why is she there? Is she actually like the Timeless Child? Or is it more of a Season 14B theory? There's so many different things you can explore with this character, so yeah, we need to see more Ruth Doctor. Also, I want to know what this whole GAT and the division thing is, and how does it all link together? Why are the Judoon initially after the Ruth Doctor? Like, there's so many unanswered questions, and I do fear because of the backlash of Series 12, the BBC and Chibnall might just go, well, yeah, we're not answering that, we're not touching that again. But no, I think they definitely need to explain Ruth Doctor who?
Doctor Who!
See what I did there? Doctor Who. Now, linking on to the second sort of thing I want to see from that is Gallifrey. I kind of want to explore more of Gallifrey, and yes, it's completely wrecked and in ruins because the Master is insane.
Come on, ask me why I did this.
Why did you do this?
Not telling you.
But I want to know how that happened. I want to know, how did the Master actually achieve that? How did he manage to destroy Gallifrey? Because, I mean, surely he didn't do it alone? Because when you look at the Time War, this whole army of Daleks wasn't even able to destroy Gallifrey themselves. So how did one singular Time Lord do it?
Well, whenever you notice something like that, a wizard did it.
You can argue that because of the Time War, etc., at the point Gallifrey was saved in Day of the Doctor, when it was returned to our universe in its little bubble, that it would have been on its last breath and Gallifrey would have been pretty much dead at that point because it had still experienced the Time War, so it might have been easier for the Master to finish them off. More likely, and hopefully it's not just sort of bad writing and we just have to accept it. Hopefully, we get an answer as to how the Master managed to destroy Gallifrey. Once again, we're going with the links here. This links into the next thing that I really please Chibnall want to see. Bring Omega back. Technically saw a glimpse of Omega in the Timeless Children. It's in the script and whatever. There's a bunch of great videos by people like Ace Creeper, which you can go and watch. Could we be seeing Omega return? Now, if I were showrunner, the amount of times I've said that is alarming, but if I were showrunner, what I'd do is I'd have the Master team up with Omega to take down Gallifrey and all this, and Omega can be set up as a new big bad, because genuinely, he is probably one of my favourite Doctor Who villains of all time, and he's only had a few stories, all of which I have to say are lovely. This Omega point does sort of wrap up the whole Ruth and Gallifrey etc. part, but I want to see Omega back. I want to see him team up with the Master. I want, like, that just sounds like fanfiction now. But you know what I mean. Now, my next point is going to be the most controversial one, so yeah, if you're a triggered Doctor Who fan, get ready to start angrily hitting your keyboards. But I want to explore what happened with the Timeless Child. I want to see what this arc actually is. If we are to believe the Chibnall 5-year plan, like, idea, it's gonna be mapped out, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know, why don't you tell me? I will. I think when you watch back the Timeless Children, it's sort of left deliberately as a question mark as to whether what the Master's saying is actually true.
Why would they lie?
Because when you think about it, we have no actual confirmation that the Doctor is the Timeless Child. other than from the words of the Master.
I know this is going to be hard to believe, Doctor, but
You are the timeless child.
do you expect me to believe the fantastic tale you've just told?
Now, this also calls into question, how does the Master even know that the Doctor's the timeless child? Something is seriously wrong here. Because when you actually watch it back, the whole Matrix thing and what the Doctor and the Master watched throughout the course of the Series 12 finale, we see the whole Brendan subplot, the child falls off a cliff, regenerates, Tecteun takes her in and does all this sciencey stuff. But the recording cuts out, it goes blank, it goes to white before anything else is explained.
The rest, as they say, is history.
Now, assuming, well, not even assuming, going off what the Master says, that's all he saw. And if that's all he saw, why does he instantly assume that the timeless child is the Doctor? Why does the Doctor even believe him? It's sort of dipping into a scenario like in Star Wars, how Darth Vader saying, "No, Luke, I am your father," had to be confirmed in Episode 6 by Yoda, because to the audience, it's such a shocking reveal, and it's sort of out of anyone's mind that that sort of thing could ever happen. So, yeah, if the Doctor is the timeless child, I don't particularly mind it. Like, don't kill me, please, please! I don't particularly mind it, but I'd like to see it confirmed. I'd like to see it explained. Now, I'm aware that's kind of controversial, but yeah, I want Master Yoda to come up and go, "Yes, timeless child you are." I'm really delving into fanfiction here. I also think the reason it was deliberately left sort of ambiguous was because Chibnall can see the audience feedback. He can see that the majority of fans hate the timeless children idea, so he can go, "Ha, here's my plan B." And in a way, it's good that... Okay, it's not good that COVID happened. I need to word that better. In terms of the Doctor Who writing team, they may have an advantage for Series 13 because they've had much longer to write out and plan all these scripts because of lockdown and COVID, etc. So yeah, let's explore the timeless children in Series 13. I'd love Ruth to be in between the second and third Doctor. It would be so much nicer, and then you can have the timeless child as someone like the Master. I mean, it makes so much more sense, but I'm going to stop dwelling on this point and move on to the next thing I want to see. Now, I'm just going to talk about a character who needs to come back. This is a brief section. Just bring back Captain Jack. He was in Fugitive of the Jadoon. We're 99% sure, no, 99.9% sure that he's going to be in Revolution of the Daleks. So yeah, John Barrowman as Captain Jack should become a series regular again. Not full-time companion, but like Series 3, Series 4 sort of thing. He joins them for the finale and maybe a few episodes here and there. Similar to Jack, I kind of want them to bring Torchwood back. I mean, the show itself would be amazing to bring back, but I don't know how realistic that is. Like, as I've explained in a previous video, 2020 is the sort of perfect time to bring Torchwood back. I don't know if the BBC would do it, though. Now, the next point is probably going to be somewhat controversial again, and I'm not saying I dislike Ryan and Graham, but I do hope they leave in the Christmas special, and thus set up for Series 13 a new companion. I want the Doctor, Yaz, and some form of new companion to go off and travel the universe. Let's freshen things up a bit. We've had like 3 or 4 years of Jodie and this TARDIS team. I know we've only had 2 series, but like the amount of time it's taken for these 2 series, it feels like a long time. Especially when you compare it to companions like Bill Potts, Donna, Rose, Martha. Like their tenures were really quick. And I don't want these companions, I don't want the fam, team, gang, bam, to end up like Clara, because I genuinely loved the character of Clara Oswald at the start, but she just stayed for too long. So goodbye Ryan, goodbye Graham, and let's introduce someone new. I want to keep Yaz though, because I feel like there's more untapped potential there. Now, this isn't technically the show itself, but I want to see better marketing. Like, once again, there's a bunch of videos I'll link in the description, but Series 12's marketing was really weird. It was genuinely appalling. Like, no one even knew that Doctor Who was on. They put Spyfall Part 1, like, the massive, grand, amazing opener to Series 12 on New Year's Day, which just sort of killed the ratings from the start. The trailers, while the trailers were amazing, they weren't promoted anywhere. I saw it on TV about once. Also, the merchandise, release the merchandise with the episodes like way back in the day. Like, genuinely, go back to the Tennant era, you'd sit down and watch like School Reunion, for example, then hop off with your granny to Toys R Us the next day to pick up K9 and Sarah Jane. Like, do that again, BBC. Maybe the action figure thing is unrealistic, but at least push it. Bring the marketing back. Like, do publicity stunts, whatever you have to do. Bring back good marketing for Doctor Who. My final thing I want to wrap off on is some more classic villains, because I genuinely think Chibnall's Who is amazing, genuinely phenomenal when he's using classic villains. When he creates his own villains, they're not always perfect.
I am Tim Shaw of the Stenza.
Tim Shaw? Yeah. Classic villains in the new series. Classic villains that I want to bring back. The Master. Sacha Dhawan as the Master. Oh my gosh, phenomenal. Best Master of all time. Bring Sacha back. And why not bring the Seadevils back? Chibnall brought back the Silurians to New Who, so come on. Just bring the Seadevils. And if you want to do the politics of it, like the plastics in the ocean, the Seadevils aren't happy, so they wake up and attack, and it just do it. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy, remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Tell me in the comments what you'd like to see from Doctor Who Series 13. And goodbye. Also, check out the Brink of Destruction trailer in the description, because we've genuinely put hours of work into it. Also, I'm in a weird location because we are currently filming it on a beach outside where, hey.
Don't forget to click below.
Subscribe to the Confused Adipose.